Hey everybody. Hopefully this will all go good. I had a little, the Zoom, audio thingy comes in and out a little bit, or like it actually turns off. It's brand new. I don't know why it does that. In any case, we're here. You're there, eventually. We're going to do a couple things. One, we're going to be in the key of C, Miyagari. Tune to me. Hey, Michael. Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. Some friends in Fort Lauderdale who are planning to ride it out. They're holding down the fort. Hope you'll be safe, and you and your friends will be safe, and everything okay. Howdy, Joel. So I'm waiting for a few people to come before revealing the winner of today's contest, of this month's contest. One thing to note, I don't have any specific material to teach. So in this time, if you can think of anything you would like me to teach you, please think about that to let me know in a short period. A few things to show. Let's go to presentation cam. Over here. So Dokake, finished lacquering those, if you remember. I got these from some shirts, and oh my, this is a nice fit for the snake, or for the viper. Excuse me. As well as we have the eagle, I believe, from the Harley Davidson shirt. It turned out pretty okay. Then we've got for that perfect placement for your when you're playing. It's ready to take a nibble. It's pretty fun. And this one is pretty cool. I really like. This was from I think a bike race shirt or something. But ooh. Yeah, if anyone's interested, these will be, I think, $150. Usually my lacquered dokake are about $125. And generally the lacquered dokake are about $300, in retail with urushi and everything, $400. So this is a noticeable, similar feeling, but cheaper. So yeah. 150, a little bit more because it more of a one-of-a-kind sort of thing. But yeah, if you're interested, let me know about that. Today, let's see. This week I finished. I wish, Michael, can you make it for Naguta? I wish I could. The way it can work is for Tsugaru style, they have kind of pre-made shells, fabricated shells. Which material can be put on, or you can paint on or something, and then do the lacquer. With the Naguta ones, I don't believe they're made, at least I can't find any prefabricated shells that you can use. I think they're more handmade for particular sizes. These would be called Gobudai, size 5 shell for the size 5 dough. And that's what this size is. Hey, Connor. Finished some itomaki. This is to replace the ones I already have here. I'm planning to do so in Japan. The fit's actually pretty darn good. They stay pretty tight. They do slip a bit, So I'm wanting to take them to Japan to have it done with a professional lathe. And when that's done, there's no worry about it slipping. For example, like the Akatsuki and Eclipse, those have never really slipped. Those hold super tight. So I would like that the same. So I made another set of itomaki. These I'm really happy with. I lacquered them with tung oil. These previous the ones over here, I used Tsubaki, camellia oil, which is nice. However, it's not the smoothest satin finish or matte finish. It's, yeah. Whereas this is much more, has a smoother, creamy look, which I really like. Cool thing about this wood is that on one side of it, it is less figured than the other, just how it came from the tree. This is the highly figured side, probably very dense, and then here's where there wasn't really much. So as that turns, that's some good contrast. That's pretty sweet. Let's see, I do believe that's it. Do you have anything else to say, mention? Oh yeah, where'd the other one go? Here we go. This weekend was we had 106 degrees here in Santa Cruz, which is a huge surprise. It rarely gets to 100. Maybe one day a year it gets 100. Sometimes 90s, but generally like 80, 70 to 80. I left these blanks, which I'm giving to a friend in Japan, selling to a friend in Japan. I made up, and I left them upstairs where it was hottest. It was 104. And over here, they cracked at the joint. The ebony separated from the snakewood. It's a hard thing about these hard woods, especially snakewood, is that it's so dense and is so oily, despite soaking it in acetone for a while, that it is not the most secure, not the best wood to use for these kind of things, but it looks nice, so how can I refuse? Anywho, that's the last bit of news at Wachido HQ. Okay, what's his name here yet? Request to cover common techniques and patterns from Tsugaru Jinku. I've heard a few different versions. Okay, that's great. Jose, shipping to Spain would be, if it's in a first class mail, I'm guessing about $20, probably $20, $30. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I'm waiting for the winner of the, well, because I already spoiled it, but I'll wait a little bit to reveal the winner of the contest. Oh, Connor, are you going to Shami Camp? Joel, do you do Tsugaru Jinku in Niyagari or Sansagari? Honshoshi, I mean. Glad you like the shirt, Jose. Me too. You'll be there in spirit, Connor. Okay, so some common techniques and patterns from Tsugaru Jinku. Great idea. So we'll do this in Niyagari, to keep it simple. Who here knows it? Let me know. Hey, Mike. We're going to do that. 0, 0, 3, 0. Nino Ito, 0, 0, 3, Sano 0, Sano Ito, 0. da 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 da. From there, I think a lot of people go 0 0 3 0 3 4 6 6 0 0 3 0 3 4 6 6. However, I would do this 0 0 3 0 da da. Suberi bachi, going striking ni no ito and then sliding to san no ito. So 0 0 0 3 0 0 3 4 6 6. That's the next cool thing. 0 0 3 0. I do a little flick, a little hachiki there. Da 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 da. Like that. 0 0 3 da da 0 3 4. Like that. Mike, I've always wanted to make my own itamaki with the handheld ends in the shape of gods or busts. That would be really cool. Just kind of like how you see some violins or fiddles will have a face or a horse or something. That would be really cool for these. I know Grant Reimer would like to have skulls or something, I'm sure. Well, if you ever decide to do that, show some pictures. A Dremel tool would be helpful, I think. Excuse me. Let's see. Are you selling this, the Taiko-Do? No, I'm keeping this one. But check this out. I wasn't sure if I could use the himo, the little cord, because of the wooden nail. It doesn't have any spot to slip it over. But having a strap button, the security lock, the one that kind of clicks on, the shallower ones, it can just hook onto there. So yay, it's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, no problem, Connor. Johnny Peets. Welcome, welcome, Johnny Peets. The winner, I will say right now, the winner of this month's Shamisen Live Contest. Everyone did a wonderful job. Jose, of course. Michael, did you post one? I'm not sure. But in any case, Johnny's BGM 6 cover was just incredible. You've only had it for a month or two? I forgot. You've had your shamisen a month or two. But it was so wild what you were doing. That's especially hard in the beginning, is the playing up here and then moving down here with ease and at speed. So I was very impressed, and definitely you well deserve 3 Bachido patches, adhesive / an embroidered patch, Bachido button, album, the Cuckoo solo album, and a copy of Shamikam California poster, which you can hang on your bedroom wall. Yes, totally deserved. I could tell you practice that a lot. I would love to do, songs like that, melodic metal and whatever. But it's really, the time of memorizing the notes is that's achievement of itself, just to memorize the notes in the right order. So, yes, really well deserved. Congratulations, Johnny Pete. I only got into using the bachi after the skui drill. Interesting. And those you pulled off really nicely. The skui. So if your address is the same, I'll think of something funny to put in Johnny's package. Connor? Johnny, if your address is the same, I'll be sending that off to you hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. Look for it. Hey, Carl, glad you made it. Guess who won the Shamisen Live Contest? I bet you can guess. Mr. Johnny Peets. Okay, a quick moving on to the Tsugaru Jinku. Feel free to keep talking. We're doing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 3, da-da, 0, flick. Then from here, 6, hajiki to 4, then strike 6 again. Da-da-dun. Like that. If you do a little vibrato, that'd be pretty cool. Two things you could do. You could do 6, 4, 6, like that, vibrato, or 6, 4, 4, hammer on to 6, da -da, which will sound like da 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 da. That. I would actually maybe not do that. Just do the squee there. Da, 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 da. Mike Penny's slippery ascent stuck with me when I first found Shamisen, so my next video is probably going to be a cover of that. Slippery Ascent? I don't know that. Oops. If that's the name of his song. I'm sure it is. Slippery Ascent sounds like a pennyism. I better YouTube that after. Then an important thing, as always, is to have a soft, a clicky but soft maibachi for contrast. And then screw there. 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 4, 6, 4, 6, 6. And when we do bachizuke, it'll be like dun dun, back, forth, forth, back, forth, forth, back, forth, forth. Zero, zero, 3, 0, da, da, 4, 6, 4, 6, 6, 4, 3, 0. Am I getting too much sound? Okay. This new shamisen is so loud. I'll turn that away. Yeah, it's a little too close. 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 4, 6, 4, 6, 6, 4. And there, at 3, I would do the hachiki. There. Dun, da, da, dun. Oops, is the headset? Do you hear this? Tap, 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 tap. Is it working? Everything should be plugged in. Okay. Okay, now this will be the next coolest part for Jinku that can really spice things up. 0, 0, 3, 0, 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 6, 4, 3, hajiki, 0, 0. And there, when we do a squee, just do hajiki again for a flick. Right after, 3, 4 slide from 6 to 4. Da. This will be an interesting one of 4, pull off, pull off. Yeah. 4. Da, da. Do you know what I'm doing there? Okay, I'll turn it a little bit closer. Joel, do you got that? Da, 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 da. That could be 3, 4, da, 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 da. 0, hammer onto 4, hachiki to 3, hachiki to 0. Boy, it's... I guess you could really do anything as long as you get the timing to work. Maybe not to do 2, 4, 3, but just 3, 4, da 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 da, then just 3, 0. Really just play around with doing squee up and down and hachiki and such. As long as the timing works out, you could really do anything. Three hachiki, then 0, 4, 3, 0. Kyle, do you know any good versions of this song when it's played traditionally? Do you mean recordings? I'm not quite sure, but I think Shinichi Kinoshita has a straightforward recording of this. YouTube. Probably Tenten, Aki Takashi. If you type in Tsugaru Jinku, she probably does a very straightforward, or the most, one of the traditional ways to do it. That would be the best resource. I think for that, it is a nice song to strike down here a lot. But for that contrast, for that kamashi thing, playing up here is pretty nice. If we do it all down here. Well, it's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Go to Bachido Schoolhouse and see the collection, because it's searchable. If her song is in there, you can type in Jinku and then it'll pop up with all the different Jinkus and such. Next, for contrast, to mute before going up to 6. And then for the timing, well, you can do skui to keep that rhythm going. 6, 6, 6, 6. But you can mute all of that. Like that. If you want. This particular thing is useful for the technique where you move your thumb back here, then slide it forward for here, is really noticeable. Like that. For contrast. In this particular case, we're going to do 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Striking this 6 times and then 0, 6. This will be the standard, I think. There's it. So for that, I like the simplicity of just loud, loud, quiet, quiet, loud, loud, quiet, quiet. For that, it's the easiest. I would just use the pinky. You can do. Then definitely making use of muting. Muting there. Mute with the ring or these fingers. Then skui on 4. 6, 6, 4, 4. Oh, Johnny, I have a lot of trouble with those loud, quiet dynamics on the shabo. Let me bring out the shabo and see if we can check that out. microphone. There you go. Just a moment. Oh. Kyle, did you ever make a live stream about muting exercises with a bocce hand? It's a thing I've neglected for so long. No, I didn't. I don't think I did, but that's a great idea. I'm looking for, I'm kind of running out of ideas for things to teach. So I'll definitely add that to the list. Muting exercises. Shamisen Live. Great idea. Thank you. Okay, so loud, quiet on the shavo. Not sure if it sounds noticeably louder or quieter, but you can still get a tonal difference. Maybe not so much volume, but tone for sure. That's just like the thumb. Bum, 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 bum. The thumb dropping down on it. And just making sure to strike the edge. Or strike where the edge, where the wood, where the skin is glued down to the wood, right here. Oops. See, Johnny, it's mostly loud. It's mostly the loud side by the coma that I usually can't do well. My poor ring finger was raw from scraping the coma after recording the video. Pinky? Do you mean your pinky finger? That could be angle. With the front position here, I can feel the coma on the edge of my pinky right there, but it shouldn't scrape. And here, fingers aren't anywhere close to the coma, so that could have something to do with how you're angled. As always, the bocce is rather parallel to the strings, like this. So if the bocce is here, if the bocce is parallel, and the tip is at the sanoi toe, then your fingers will be about here. And then tilted a bit. But you make up for it, Johnny, in different ways. And you'll be, over time, that'll naturally improve. You're definitely on the right track. Cool. Oop. Oh, that was different tuning. That I would do dun 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 dun. 9 6 6 4. 4 hachiki, 3 hachiki, 0. 6 6 6 6 6. 9 9 6 4 6 6 4. 9 10. 6 9 6 4. Doing the hachiki there first. 6 on the sukui. 6 sukui. And that's a little variation, but melodically it's about the same. This is a song, I think, because it's so repetitive, it's best with the vocals on it. But if we don't have vocals, then we really have to make full use of our volume, technique, and such melodic dynamics to make the most of what we can if we're not singing with it. So volume. That kind of way. Making use of slides. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Any other questions? I think that's about it for Tsugaru Jinku regarding variations. It is a fun ditty, isn't it? Yeah, I wonder how cool it would be, how fun it would be if it was just a square rhythm. it's pretty fun too, but yeah, it's really that timing that makes it a lot of fun. Especially those clicky things. I love the clicky things. Let's see. That's that song. We can talk about this more at another time, but here's just a little preview of some muting techniques. This is one I think Reagan uses it a lot. Muting the bridge by putting your finger on the koma itself. If you hold your bachi this way and keep your bachi parallel to the strings, it's actually easier. It's easy to do. It's easier than it used to be when I had kind of different bachi technique. Because having the bachi here, when the bachi is in striking position, my fingers actually are touching the skin like this. And if the fingers touch the skin, then your pinky will be on the koma, more or less. Reagan likes having the finger on the koma, and then when you're doing the clicky sound, because more harmonics come out. If you raise your pinky off, as I'm doing now, it's about the same, isn't it? It so subtly changes the tone. This is all planting my pinky on the koma. It's good practice as a discipline, but generally the thumb, using the thumb right, you can get, for me, you can get as much muting as you want without needing to put the pinky down. So what I'm doing now is having the pinky on the koma for my bachi. Now without the koma, without the pinky. Yes. guess I might be covering it all now, but muting with a bachi with that is, I think, one of the most effective things to do. Or if you want to have a softer tone to mute the strings, you can bring your thumb out a bit more, so your thumb brushes. Generally, we strike with our thumb more perpendicular, but in this case, we would have it to the side, like here. And that can make it a bit more gentler. That's one of the hardest things about playing, for people to play kind of accompaniment with shamisen, is that it is so harsh. But if you can use your thumb to soften it. That's especially when you have a microphone like right up to it, and when the microphone's there, it almost feels like anything you play is going to be really harsh and piercing. So, yeah, using your muting fingers as much as you can. Oops. If you want to do something cool, hey, check that out. 11 on Ninuto. 11 Ninuto, 10 Sanuito. Da, 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 da. 13, 12. And that can be repeated. Remember your vibrato. The timing. Da, 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 da. You can get a lot of really cool poppy kind of sounding things using the 10, 11, especially 11 on Ninuito, 11, then 10, 12, and 13 on Sanuito in different combinations. 11, 10, 13, 12, 11, 10, 12, 13. Then you can do 10 Ninuito and use the same positions. Okay. You're going to get roasted for Carl, I had this crazy idea. Using a marshmallow as a coma for that softer sound. Yes, Carl. That would be interesting. I imagine the thin Ito would just kind of slice through the marshmallow. This is a good practice for your dynamics. To go 9, 10. To either play each strike, you play a different note, like 6, 9, 6, 9. You do back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, 6, 9, 10, 12. Dude, that can be really helpful when you're doing songs like Tsugaru Jinku. Let's see. I hope some of that was helpful. Great. Glad you suggested working on Jinku, Joel. 2 days ago or so, I was trying to think of drills to share, but nothing really came to mind. So, yeah, glad. And anyone, of course, Carl, I'll try to think of some more muting. Maybe a muting drill or something would be great for a more developed topic on that. But yeah, glad you guys enjoyed that. Found it useful. Next Thursday, I'm going to be in Atlanta with Mike Penny. I realized I didn't make a podcast on Tuesday. I'll try to get that out tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Have to edit it together. Joel, any chance for a Bachi on the Horn Shami Camp edition? That's a good question. That might be hard. That would be a great idea if someone was in charge of having the microphone and capturing everything, expertly capturing everything without just the sound of blah 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 blah. But we tried doing that for Shami Camp, our first Tokyo Shami Camp. We had some mics set up, but Masahiro was busy, I was busy, so sometimes cameras didn't get turned on. or it was so stationary, it would be cool if it was kind of moved around for a more kind of dynamic experience. In any case, so for the having a podcast, most likely it might not be possible in terms of us being busy, not to have the mic and such. But we'll think about it. Oh, I see what you mean. Just like a panel, hang around discussion sort of thing. Sake plus mic plus you all, fun. Yeah, if I bring the microphone, well, I'll think about that. That could work. Maybe you can ask some Japanese pro players, how do you judge someone that has mastered the art of muting, and trick the teacher into showing you he has to play this drill? I think I get that. Upcoming podcast is with Jerry McGoldrick, the guy who finished his dissertation. Got his PhD in the construction of Tsugaru Shamisen. He knows a lot about the contests and all the players and such there. And when we did recorded Abachi on the horn, he had some great insight on the contests. And there are some inside jokes going on in Mike and I's video. The Abachi are kind of parody on The Voice or such talent shows, TV talent shows, and it kind of relates to the contests. And in Jerry's in the conversation with Jerry, he enlightens us on the truth behind that. So stay tuned for that. We'll certainly get some performances, I think. Some videos. All right, everybody. Can you play the little soldier boy from Avatar? I don't remember the soundtrack of Savitar, but I can do Soldier's Joy. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Cool stuff. Let's see. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you all for joining in. Congratulations again, Johnny Peets, winner of the Shamisen Live Contest. GM 6. Okay. See you, everybody.